Your car's brakes are the most crucial safety feature. They're the difference between a close call and a serious accident. Imagine trying to stop on a busy street or a slippery road without them. That's why keeping your brakes in tip-top shape is non-negotiable. Neglecting them is a gamble you never want to take. Proper brake maintenance not only keeps you safe but also saves you money in the long run. Addressing minor issues early can prevent major and expensive repairs down the road. Think of it like this: a little attention now can save you a lot of headaches and cash later. Plus, well-maintained brakes give you that extra peace of mind when you're behind the wheel. And remember, you're responsible for the safety of everyone in your car and those sharing the road with you. Regular brake maintenance is a simple yet powerful way to demonstrate that responsibility. It's about looking out for yourself and everyone else on the road. So let's dive in and learn how to keep those brakes in top form. Now let's pop the hood, so to speak, and get familiar with the key players in your car's braking system. First up, we have the brake pads. These guys are the workhorses, clamping down on the rotors to slow or stop your car. Think of them as your shoes when you hit the brakes. Next, we've got the rotors, those shiny discs you can sometimes see behind your wheels. When you apply the brakes, the pads squeeze against these rotors, creating friction that slows the car down. The calipers house the brake pads and provide the force needed to push them against the rotors. They're like the muscles of the braking system. And finally, we have the brake fluid, the often overlooked but vital component. This fluid transmits the force from your foot on the brake pedal to the actual brakes at the wheels. It's like the messenger that tells the brakes to engage. Right, now that you know the basics of your braking system, let's talk about how to keep an eye on them. A simple visual inspection every month can go a long way. Start by checking your brake pads for wear. You can usually get a peek through the spaces between the wheel spokes. If the pads look thinner than about a quarter inch, it's time for a professional inspection. While you're at it, listen closely for any unusual noises when you apply the brakes. Squealing, grinding, or scraping sounds are all red flags that something's not right. These noises can indicate worn brake pads, problems with the rotors, or other issues that need attention. Another thing to watch out for is if your car pulls to one side when braking. This could mean uneven wear of your brake pads or a problem with the hydraulic system. And finally, pay attention to how your brake pedal feels. If it feels spongy, goes too low, or vibrates when you press it, it's time to get those brakes checked out by a pro. Now let's talk about brake fluid, the unsung hero of your car's braking system. This stuff might not be as glamorous as shiny rotors or powerful calipers, but it's absolutely essential for your brakes to work properly. Remember, brake fluid is what transmits the force from your foot on the pedal to the wheels, making the car stop. The problem is, brake fluid is hygroscopic, meaning it absorbs moisture over time. And when moisture gets into the brake fluid, it compromises its performance and can even lead to corrosion within the braking system. That's why it's crucial to check your brake fluid regularly, ideally once a month. You'll find the brake fluid reservoir under the hood, usually on the driver's side. Most reservoirs have a minimum and maximum level marked. If the fluid level is low or looks dark and murky, it's time for a top-up or a complete flush and replacement. Now, I always recommend leaving this task to the professionals. They have the right tools and expertise to do it safely and effectively.